Alola, Pokemon Trainers, Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and welcome back to our Pokemon Moon playthrough, episode number 79. As you can see from the setting right here, we are once again called upon to defend our title as the Alolan League Champion, so let's get things started. Actually, no, before we sit in that chair, I'm going to show you who I brought with me, because I do have a bunch of level 100 Pokemon just sitting in the PC, waiting to get the... whatever the ribbon is called, just the Alolan Champion ribbon, I think it is. So I'm going to be doing that for the next little while, and if we do encounter a new opponent, a new challenger, I want to have that recorded and show you who they are, what Pokemon they have, and all that good stuff. You might be noticing I'm sporting a little bit of a different attire this time around. I was doing some searching around the entire the entire Alolan region, trying to find all the Zygarde cells that I could. And where's the Zygarde cube? If you'll see here, as we check it, I found 97 total cells. There are 3 more that I could not find no matter where I searched, and I know some of them are daytime specific, so searching during the daytime here, it is currently almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the Alola region. The other 3 must be nighttime cores or cells or whatever they are, so I'll have to do some searching in the daytime tomorrow or nighttime in-game and see if we can find the last 3 remaining cells, because if I can manage to put together the complete Zygarde, I'm going to use it to help deal with the final Ultra Beast on Pony Island. But anyway, we are sitting here right now. What did we do in the last episode? We for the first time ever, explored Mega Evolution here in the Alola region. We did get the Mega Stone for Blaze, our Charizard. Well, we have the Mega Stones for Blaze, the Charizard, Sprout the Venusaur, and Sheldon the Blastoise, but Blaze was the one that we took a look at in the last episode in the Battle Royal. But currently on the team right here, to defend our title, we're going to show you who we have. We don't have any Mega Evolutions on this particular team. They were all random determinations from previous generations, and as just luck would have it, our initial original starter from the Kanto region, Shelbert the Squirtle, given to us by Professor Oak, was one of the first Pokemon selected. He is a quirky Pokemon, as you can see. Yep, just make sure quirky was the nature. No stats are boosted by that or dropped. And Torrent ability, holding the Eviolite to add some defensiveness. His moveset is Scald, Rock Tomb, Icy Wind, and Confide. Next we have one of the legendary birds itself, or himself as I tend to refer to him as male, the Lonely Articuno, with the Pressure ability, holding Leftovers. The moveset is Freeze Dry, Water Pulse, Mud Slap, and Tailwind. Next we have Guar the Primate, a jolly Pokemon, which is a very good nature for a Primate. You can see their speed is boosted, one of the best stats a Primeape has, and special attack is lowered, one of the worst stats a Primeape has. We got lucky with the nature for Guar here. He has the Vital Spirit ability, preventing falling asleep, holding Black Belt to add power to fighting type hits, and he has Focus Punch, Power Up Punch, Poison Jab, and Substitute. Next is Egbert, our Togetic, with a naughty nature. Yes, physical attack up, special defense down. Not the best nature for a Togepi or Togetic, of course, but anyway, it's what he has. He has Serene Grace ability, boosting the chance of a secondary effect of an attack taking effect, holding the Waterium Z, our Z Crystal user on this team. He has Water Pulse, Follow Me, Tailwind, and Heal Bell. Next is Burrow, the Ninjask, as you can see from the Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. He is a lonely Pokemon, just like Articuno. And the speed boost ability is going to boost speed at the end of every turn. Actually, we used him already, didn't we? He got 2 knockouts. When did we use him? I can't even remember. But we used him. Oh wait, Guzma took him down with the Stone Edge from Pinsir, that's right. Anyhow, holding Pitaya Berry, which will sharply boost special attack at low HP. You'll see the reason for that is because I can substitute till I get to low HP, eat the Pitaya Berry, maybe get some Hone Claws up for accuracy and attack boost, and then Baton Pass all those stat changes out, plus the speed boost. But he has Bug Bite, Hone Claws, Substitute, and Baton Pass. Last but not least is Shelly, our Blissey, someone you might not have seen just yet. Probably if you watched the Wi-Fi battle several months back, you probably have seen her, but haven't seen her in the playthroughs yet. She is a docile? Yep, docile Pokemon, so there's neutral nature, Serene Grace ability, just like on Egbert, holding Electrium Z. Oh wait, she's a potential Z attack user as well, I forgot about that. She has Thunderbolt, Copycat, Stealth Rock, and Light Screen. Alright, who's challenging me this time? Let's find out. As I grab my seat as the Alolan Champion once again. I was wondering if she was going to show up. Those old dudes, Mullane and Nanu, somehow talked me into doing this. I was starting from scratch as a Pokemon trainer and doing it right this time. I've got a Z-ring and everything, so I might actually be able to live up to their expectations. So Plumeria is challenging us to the championship. Very cool. Because, I've seen her in the trailer at the, outside Hyena Desert. She's not really doing anything, but here we see she is actually doing something. Leading with a Gengar. Well, we're leading with our good old Squirtle Shelbert. With the Eviolite, he's going to be able to handle some hits from this thing. Of course, there is that massive level difference. And what can we do? We could slow you down with the Rock Tomb. Is it really going to help us? Probably not, but it could help. I don't know. It could help the rest of the team. Let's Rock Tomb. What are you going to do? You're going to Sludge Bomb? That's not even super effective. Ooh, critical hit, though. I thought that was critical based on how much damage that tended to put out on us, but Gengar is now slower. Shelbert should outspeed. Just kidding. He's not going to outspeed it whatsoever. Now, get a critical hit me again there? No. We're going to get the Scald off. Good burn. Might not, though. We could just knock you out. Critical hit right back at you, Gengar. Way to go, Shelbert. Not bad, buddy. Alright, I want to give other Pokemon a chance to shine, of course. Ooh, Crobat. Who do I switch to for that? Well, we do have a nice, powerful Ice-type Pokemon. But let's just do that. I was going to maybe go to Shelly for the Gigavolt Havoc potential, but let's just go with the freeze-drying Articuno. What's this Crobat going to hit us with? Hopefully you guys don't mind that I'm doing these on camera, because, like, there's really not much to see here. Level 100 Pokemon. We're going to just dominate all challengers, of course, you know? Yeah, we didn't lose anyone during the Elite Four, fortunately. Why are you going to fly? You're wasting time. I'm getting healing back, though. So we didn't lose anybody. We almost lost some Pokemon, because Guar doesn't have the best defense, and he was taking some hits here and there. Plus a substitute combo. I have, did I even mention his attacks? I feel like I skipped over him. Anyway, he has Substitute and Focus Punch, which kind of work well hand in hand. If you have the Substitute up while you're hidden behind it, you can go for the Focus Punch. We've seen Scrafty use that in the battle tree, actually. So it's not an original idea, of course. Other people have done it before, but Alolan Muck is now on the field. Who are we going to send in to deal with you? Egbert would be weak to your poison attacks. Guar can't really do too much to you. We could go Burrow. I'm going to bring Burrow in. We can go for some Home Claws. We can get our Substitute up. Yeah, I got 2 Substitute Pokemon on this team. It's kind of cool. Random. Oh, come on, don't. Whoa. Alright. Bit of a pinch. However, we do get the Pataya Berry boost and the speed... No, we don't get speed boost. I thought we were supposed to. Anyway, let's use that Pataya Berry and Baton Pass out to... Let's go... I'm thinking Shelly. Could go Egbert. Nah, let's go Shelly. If we send Egbert in, they could go for a Rock Slide, although we have pretty good defense on Egbert, but it will be super effective. Shelly handles that quite well. So we do have the +2. Let me just make sure it is +2. I'm pretty sure it is. It's only +1? I thought the Berry sharply boosted stats. Anyhow, whatever. We have a +1 Thunderbolt. Should I Stealth Rock? I can Stealth Rock. Let's just Thunderbolt. How much damage can we do? I think Muck are pretty specially defensive. At least standard Muck are. I don't know about Alolan Muck. That would hurt. How good are your defenses, Shelly? I know I had her sort of super trained back in Gen 6 to have kind of good physical defense. I didn't think it was that good. Anyway, down goes Muck as Salazzle comes in. Who have we not used yet? Well, we haven't used Egbert. We're going to bring Egbert in. I'm trying to get each Pokemon a chance to shine against these challengers, which means Guar has to come in on the final Pokemon. That's kind of a downside to where, you know what? Let's just go Z-Attack. Why not? The Hydro Vortex. So this is a downside to... Wow. Where they only have 5 Pokemon, I have 6. I gotta sort of basically double up 2 Pokemon on 1 enemy Pokemon. Don't get the critical. Don't get... Well, you're gonna get super effective. Don't get the knockout, basically. Thank you. That's nowhere near a knockout. However, Z-Attack for Z-Attack. We're exchanging Z-Crystal powers right now. Let's see what a super effective, almost 40 level higher Hydro Vortex does to the Fire-type Salazzle. I like how each of them, each challenger, seems to have a Z-Crystal on their main Pokemon, too. That's pretty cool, because that has always been her main Pokemon. Back when we first saw it as Salandit, and now Salazzle, of course. But it is down and out, so what is her last one? Good job, Egbert! Critical hit! Proud of you, buddy. What's her last one going to be? Toxapex. I remember you. Alright, so, as I say, Guar is coming in. Downside is, this thing is resistant to his fighting type hits. However, with enough power-up punches, we can get a nice boosted attack stat going. As you go for Poison Jab, which does nothing to us. A substitute is going to handle that perfectly well. In fact, you know what we could even do? I'm going to put the substitute up. You can Baneful Bunker all you like. We're not hitting you yet. I'm going to see what the Focus Punch does now. Just to see how much power we can get out there. Charging up that attack. They go Liquidation. Physical Water type hit. Probably going to break the substitute. No, it doesn't. We have a second chance for a Focus Punch. Now, they're probably going to full restore, so I'm going to predict that and go for a power-up punch. No. Wait, I forgot. I mentioned this in the last episode. It seems that... Well, how does this work? I do get poisoned, okay, because it's like... I'm behind the substitute, so am I still physically connecting against it? But anyway, I said this in the last episode. It seems like none of the challengers have any healing items, right? And the reason is because, of course, they probably used them all getting through the Elite Four to get to this point. You can recover, if you like. Focus Punch is going to do more than enough to bring you down at that point. Bop. And therefore, we have retained our title as Alolan Champion versus Plumeria. Didn't lose a single Pokemon, which is kind of cool, because, of course, we're using level 100 Pokemon. Huh, I can't even stand myself right now. Well, you gave it your best shot. I mean, come on, look who you're up against. I am 7 generations your superior. Come on. Of course, I'm letting it all go to my head. I gotta keep in mind, these opponents could be kind of challenging, so don't let my guard down. And Guar is nicely healed up from the poison. Does anyone else need... Wow. Everybody needs healing. Bear with me here. So what I'm going to do next is... I have actually made it to trainer number 20 in the battle tree once again. And basically, since I need to sort of fill up time until we can get to an episode where I'll be recording in the nighttime again, and, to go basically to do the searching for... Actually, no, what am I trying to say? I don't need to wait and record an episode... Well, I'm going to wait and record an episode in the nighttime, but I can search for the Zygarde cells off camera, of course. So the next episode, we should be able to immediately go and tackle the Ultra Beast. And basically, I'm recording this episode pretty soon after I recorded the previous one that you saw yesterday. So I don't yet know your opinion on, do you want to see me deal with all the Battle Legends and the Elite Four, well, not the Elite Four, but the Pokemon Challenge Champion, Pokemon Champion Challengers, I guess is the term. So, if you guys want to keep seeing that, I'll be happy to do it. Because I like getting these ribbons. Basically, I'm getting ribbons for my Pokemon. I'm going to be doing this either off camera or on camera. If you guys want to see the fights, I can easily record them for you. Even when I give it my all, I'm nothing compared to you. Maybe my Pokemon and I need to go through more together to deepen our friendship. I'm out of here, champ. Go on, follow Lily. Join up with her back in Kanto and get your training in that way. So here we see our victorious champions, Shelbert the Squirtle, who started my entire adventure so long ago, not 21 years ago, because when the game's released in Japan, they didn't release here immediately. We saw Articuno, Guar, Egbert, next we're going to see Burrow, and then Shelly the Blissey. 6 more Alolan champions right there, 6 more ribbons obtained for the team. I love this. Like, these are Pokemon I've had for so long. I've said this before, but I'm sure some of these Pokemon are older than some of you viewers out there, if you can imagine that. Let's see here. The oldest of this collection would probably be Burrow, because he came from my Sapphire game. And when did Sapphire come out? 2003, I think, Ruby and Sapphire. So, Shelbert and Pokemon like Guar and Articuno, they were... Originally, I used them in Pokemon Blue, but these specific ones came from Fire Red when I recreated my team in that to send them over to Sapphire. But anyway, all that being said, these are Pokemon that I've had for so long. They're my buddies. I love getting these ribbons for them and just continuing their adventure, basically. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, we'll head off to the Battle Tree. I want to see who the second trainer number 20 is, and if we can win, what are we going to get for a special item? I'm hoping some more Mega Stones, because I kind of like Mega Evolution. You're going to see Mega Evolution in this fight, of course, because you'll see, well, you don't know yet, but you'll see the team I'm going to be using. as we wander on up and talk to the receptionist. So we're going for the single battles, of course. Let's go. Single format. We haven't gone into the super singles yet. Do you guys want to see that? Just leave a comment down below. If you want to see the single or the super single battles, I will be destroyed in no time. I'll tell you that right now. But if you want to see my first attempt, I can record that as well. So we're going with team number 1. I've added Blaze the Charizard to the team. I'll be using Irwin the Crocodile, Zapdos, and Blaze the Charizard in that order. Well, Blaze might come in first, but we're leading with Irwin because of the Choice Scarf. And you know what? I gotta show you what the attacks are, don't I? I usually do. So, Irwin the Crocodile, a Brave Pokemon. Yep, attack up, speed down. The Moxie ability, boosting attack when he gets a knockout. Choice Scarf is going to lock him into one move, but it's going to boost his speed by 50%. He has Earthquake, Rock Slide, Knockoff, and Stealth Rock. Zapdos is here with a Jolly Nature? Jolly Nature. A Jolly Zapdos, how about that? The Pressure ability, Choice Specs is the held item, locking into one move, but boosting special attack by 50%. Thunderbolt, Heat Wave, Signal Beam, and Hidden Power. We're going to skip over Sonata, the Primarina, but we got Blaze the Charizard, a quirky Pokemon, with the Blaze ability, holding Charizardite Y, and he has Incinerate, Air Slash, Solar Beam, and Mud Slap. Admittedly, I am kind of thinking of switching Incinerate back to like Flamethrower or something like that, because Incinerate is a neat move that he can't learn again, but overall, Flamethrower would have a lot more power behind it, and, you know, I just like the idea of Incinerate for now, making him unique. We're gonna fight Red again? You gotta give me something new, though. Come on, give me something as a reward for beating you. You already gave him the Mega Stones. Huh. I wonder, do we always fight the same person in each format, though? Because do I have to try the doubles next? To consider that. So we're expecting some sort of a grass type attack coming our way, probably the Bloom Doom. Let's go into our Charizard. Prepare for Mega Evolution. Now, we did see Blaze last episode as Mega Charizard X, but Mega Charizard Y is definitely the way I prefer Blaze. For his moveset and his IV spread. I haven't even looked at the IVs on screen for these Pokemon I'm using. I should probably show that off. If you guys are interested, let me know that as well, because it's kind of cool to see how my Pokemon have had their stat IV distribution this entire time, ever since I first got them. But here we see the Mega Blaze was destined to be Mega Charizard Y. Upon Mega Evolution, of course, the Drought ability kicks the Sun into high gear. It's going to power up the Incinerate and other Fire-type attacks by, 1.5 times, so 50% stronger. We get a special attack boost as well. All that being said, Flamethrower would have knocked out Venusaur, but we see there it does survive. It doesn't have thick fat either. Oh, it's a female Venusaur. I just noticed the seed sticking out of the flower. Did you have a female last time? I don't think you did. That's going to show they randomize the Pokemon of your opponents, it seems. So Incinerate should drop you, but you're probably going to switch. Thought so. Send something with a berry. Oh, your own Charizard. Interesting. This presents a problem. In a way. Now, we should be faster. And I can always use Zapdos to finish the Venusaur with Heat Wave. So I'm going to let Blaze stay in and go for an Air Slash. We are not faster. How about that? However, I'm pretty sure with the Choice Scarf, we do have a faster Crocodile. And you like Rock Slide, do ya? I'll show you Rock Slide. You're gonna get a Moxie boost. And the only question is, will I be able to take out the Venusaur with the Rock Slide? With the Moxie boost, I probably should be able to. However, what else is going to come in place of the Venusaur possibility? Blastoise. This is kind of cool. All 3 starters this time. Alright, we're switching out, of course. We're going into Zapdos. We can go for the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt won't do a lot to Venusaur when it comes in, but it is a Choice Scarf boosted attack. Go for a Water move. I didn't know you could Mega Evolve. This is actually pretty cool. I wonder if they keep the Mega Evolution from happening until you get your own Mega Stones. This is really interesting. Alright, so let's get some good damage off here, Zapdos, in case you do fall to this thing. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, if Erwin has to come in, I'm hoping an Earthquake could take that thing down after whatever damage it can do, but, okay, you can just knock it out yourself. So, let's just get the damage off with the Thunderbolt. Yeah, nicely resisted. But as soon as Erwin comes in, I'm pretty sure an Earthquake can bring this... Actually, not even just an Earthquake. Wait, no. I was gonna say Earthquake would do the trick, but then I thought knockoff could be a thing, but this thing does have the Z Crystal from what we saw last time, so we can't get the boosted damage with knockoff, because you can't knock off a Z Crystal. But with the paralysis, we might be okay here. Oh, okay. Well, in this case, I am going to have to switch out. I'm going to go into Erwin. Kind of don't want to risk losing him, but I've already lost Blaze, so, and I said this before, Battle Tree knockouts don't count towards the playthrough, because you'd be insane to try to Nuzlocke Battle Tree, or any sort of Battle Tower as it is. Basically, I'm bringing out Zapdos so that when he comes back in, I can lock myself into Heat Wave. Super effective. And now, Erwin comes in, you're going to Toxic me, it's fine. We're going to go for a powerful Earthquake. Not super effective, but it is our most powerful move, being Stab. And neutral. Poison weak to it, but grass resistant. So we're probably going to see a Bloom Doom, unless it's fully paralyzed. Or unless we can get the knockout right here with a critical, maybe? No knockout. They don't even go for the Bloom Doom. Alright. Huh. Did it have Protect? I don't think it did. We've seen Leech Seed, Toxic, Synthesis. It must have a Grass attack, because last time Red fought us, he used Bloom Doom. But we got the knockout with Earthquake anyway, so that's not too much to worry about. Once again, we complete the Battle Tree. This gives me enough battle points to get another Mega Stone. But I might do that, and, wait and do that off camera to surprise you folks out there with who another Mega is going to be. Of course, we still have Blastoise Knight and Venusaurite to use on the channel as well, when probably either defending my title or taking on the Battle Tree again. Have some battle points. We'll take 20 more of those, thank you. Not bad. Do we want to save that video? I might as well. I thought something happened. The screen seemed black for an excessively long period of time, but fortunately we are good. So that kind of takes care of our championship stuff right there. The next thing we're going to do is, there was someone that I can talk to in Mally Garden. I mentioned this in the last episode. Well, hang on. First, what we're going to do, we're going to swap out some Pokemon. I'm going to get back to the team that I'm using for... Ignore the fact they're in the shiny box. I'm going to bring back the Pokemon that I'm using for the Ultra Beast encounter. We're swapping the team right now, and as you can see, the layout suddenly changed. Boom. Alright, we're back to the original team of... I'm not going to do a team recap. I've done 2 of those already. I don't want to waste your time. I'll show you who I have. You saw them a moment ago. You've seen them again. Pandora the Pancham. Pangoro, sorry. Tapu Fini. Cordial the Serena. Nebula the Lunala. Dorothy the Drifblim. And Jiggy the Jigglypuff. The gentle Jigglypuff. So, we're heading to the Mally Garden, because there is somebody there that wants to apparently talk about the shape of the pond in there. And as I saw last episode, it seems to have the shape of Zygarde, which makes me want to try to find these cells. And just give Zygarde a chance to shine, because we've seen the 10% Zygarde puppy dog form. I did assemble that early on. We never did see me assemble the 50% Zygarde. But if we can get all these cells that we need, I would like to assemble the perfect form Zygarde, if possible. So let's just see, is there something going on in here that maybe gives us a Zygarde cell that we don't know about? Probably not. But, who knows? Oh, listen to this! I finally figured out the secret of the pond in this garden! If you see this whole garden from above, the pond here would look like a Pokemon. How about I give you a little quiz? What kind of Pokemon does this pond look like? Wait a minute. I would have said Zygarde. Hang on. Huh. It's not Yungoos, not Spinda, not Pikachu. None of them, really. The closest, I guess, would be Gyarados. I'll say Gyarados. That's a Gyarados? I guess I can sort of see it now. Bingo, that's it. Give the boy a prize. You got the right answer. The pond in this garden is totally shaped like a Gyarados. Do you guys not see Zygarde? Am I wrong there? Because, like, it's good. I guess the tail doesn't really shape like a Zygarde. I don't know. Anyway, apparently got it. And to reward you, I'll give you something nice. That's a very good held item. We don't have rotation battles anymore. A little, I guess, underhanded sneaky trick that I would do in rotation battles was to send in a fire type with the air balloon in one of the 2 rear spots on the rotation platform, because it doesn't show the opponent that that Pokemon has an air balloon. So if I switch them in, they could then rotate into something and go for an earthquake, and suddenly, oh, it fails. The Pokemon has an air balloon. But can't do that anymore, which I guess kind of makes sense, you know. It was an underhanded little sneaky thing, I suppose, but it did work. Anyway, that's the end of the air quiz. The quiz gone as quick as an air balloon pops. Maybe I shouldn't have made it a multiple choice quiz after all. It was way too easy. Alright, so the only other thing I think that we have to do right now before going and dealing with the Ultra Beast is, now that it is daytime in the Alola region, I'm going to see, can Nebby interact with this Ultra Wormhole or that little rip in space? Because it didn't happen for nighttime, but I remember someone had said it's either a day or night thing, and I can't remember which one they said, but if it didn't work in the nighttime, then process of elimination, it must clearly work in the daytime. Alright, Tauros, lead the way. Don't try to fall off the stairs this time, buddy. We're moving on up to the moon side. Now, I wonder what's going to happen. Do we go back into Ultra Space where all the Nihilego were? Do we have a chance to catch another? Because we've only seen one Nihilego, but we've seen multiple copies of the other Ultra Beasts. Alright. Beyond the distortion, you can see what looks to be another world. Will you go there? Yeah? It's kind of a interesting thing, but we've been in the Ultra Space before, right? That's the Sun Altar. What? We're in Pokemon Sun now, aren't we? Because it's nighttime now. Alright, welcome to the Alola region. The current time is 1:15 in the morning here in Alola. Interesting. So you can visit both worlds. Now, I will fully admit I am somewhat faking my astonishment. I have heard this is what happens, but it is cool just to experience it, right? You know, it's almost like I have crossed into a whole other game, but things like the wild encounters, I'll never find a wild Vulpix here in my Pokemon Moon game, despite being in the Sun version of Alola. I'll still have only my wild encounters, but there is something I can now do. I can head back to my game, but we're not doing that just yet. There is something I have to accomplish here. Now, what I said, a good thing about this is I can use this portal, the wormhole, to find the nighttime Zygarde cells, which I might do after this recording just to have them and get them done. But first thing I want to do, take care of, is head over here to the Ula Ula Meadow, because if you remember some time ago, there was a special altar. I think they actually called it the Altar of the Sun when we got there, where it seemed to be like sort of a forgotten relic, forgotten temple sort of thing. Apparently there's something we can do here now. We're gonna go check that out. Now let's talk to some people, though. Oh yeah, that trainer's always popping up at the Pokemon Center, aren't you? This place may have fallen into ruin, but it's still spectacular, wouldn't you say? There must be something to find here. But even if there is nothing new, something here now, it still belies the possibility that something that maybe should have happened has not. What? Anyway, that man talks in riddles. Let's just go and check things out. So this is basically the same thing, just instead of the sun medals, or not medals, ornaments, I guess, decorations. Instead of the sun ones, it's going to be covered in moon decorations, because this is the sun version of the Altar of the Moon, which is really kind of cool when you think about it. Like, something that they've done in Pokemon games in recent years, they've sort of played up the whole alternate dimensions thing. Like back in Red and Blue, all you needed to know was you're going through the same Kanto region as everyone else playing the opposite version of the game, and the only difference is the Pokemon that pop up in the wild. But even in, like, something that, can I demonstrate it here? I can show you with Jiggy. If you check Jiggy's data, well, first of all, let's say for Dorothy, it says where met, or date met where, Howley Cemetery. If we check Jiggy, seems to have traveled across both space and time to reach you from the Kanto region. Space and time. What they mean by time, of course, Jiggy comes from Fire Red. That was like, how many years ago? Probably like 10 to 12 years ago, something like that. And so that's kind of the time thing. But travel across both space and time. Something that they sort of did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I kind of didn't really buy into and didn't really appreciate, was when Zinnia shows up in the post-game during the Delta episode, she says something about there being an alternate dimension Hoenn where Mega Evolution was never discovered, and they're talking about sending the meteor that's going to come crashing down into that dimension. And that makes it seem like a lot of the Pokemon I have come from an alternate dimension or something. Like, and I don't know, that just seems weird, because they've always been with me the whole time through. They're my true guys. And Nebby, or Lunala, suddenly cried toward the sky. It's Solgaleo! Another Pokemon appeared from somewhere. Wait a minute! This is that legend we read in the Mali Library. It's Cosmog! They said the legendaries, Lunala and Solgaleo, gave life to this mysterious something. And this is it. Would you like to take Cosmog with you? Cosmog! I now have a Cosmog, which is pretty cool. So, this is the only one you can get in the game, I believe. What you can do is, I can evolve it into another Lunala, and then, trade that off for Solgaleo, so that way I have all the data that I could possibly need in the Pokedex. So I might do that? I don't know. You registered a legendary Pokemon, that's, well, legendary. Cosmog, the Nebula Pokemon. In ages past, it was called the Child of the Stars. It's said to be a Pokemon from another world, but no specific details are known. We're not going to nickname this one, because this is not Nebby, despite the fact it looks quite similar to Nebby. Of course, it's the same species. I'm going to check the summary. Now, does it have... Well, we can't see the IVs here, but it probably would have the same, 3 best stats, max IVs, probably. I would say they might be special defense, and speed, based on this. Or maybe HP. It is a neutral nature, quirky. Oh, Lake of the Moon. That's cool. And it knows Splash. But it could have Z-Splash with a Z-Crystal. Unaware ability. Alright, so we're going to send you to the PC. But we do have a second Lunala waiting. Now, I forget what level it evolves at, but I can evolve it up, of course. And that's all we're going to do here in the alternate... Hang on. Do I want to try and find these Zygarde cells? Because it's like a needle in a haystack sort of thing. There are so many of them. Huh. Let me just go back here. I remember I saw one at one point here in Mali City. I don't remember if I got it again or not, but it might have been a nighttime one that I just have not come back at nighttime to see it. I don't want to waste too much time doing any searching for this, though. I probably picked it up. I think it was right about here, yeah, so I must have gotten that one. So what else can we do for this episode? Let me think. Well, we can... I guess I could go assemble a 50% Zygarde, but I want to wait and get all the cells. I don't know. I can't really think of what else to do for the time being. I might just cut this episode short and do a longer one for tomorrow's episode once I do get all the Zygarde cells. That might be the better thing to do. We've been running some episodes kind of long as it is anyway, so I'll cut this one a little bit short right here. We got a lot of stuff accomplished. And between this episode and the next, I'll go and see if I can find those last 3 Zygarde cells just to be able to have the 100% perfect form Zygarde or complete form Zygarde and go deal with the final Ultra Beast. So if all goes well and I can find those last cells, the last Ultra Beast encounter will take place in tomorrow's episode, possibly spilling over into a cliffhanger over the weekend but it shouldn't. I think we should have enough time to finish it all up. But I guess that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Sorry it's a little bit on the shorter side, but you get the idea why, I'm pretty sure. So, thanks for watching today's episode of Pokémon Moon, everybody. If you liked the episode, of course, feel free to drop a like down below. If you missed any episodes thus far, there is a link in the full description to the entire playlist, and you can check that out, get caught up on the episodes, share them with a friend that might want to see some, searching through the Alola region, looking for these cool, unexpected mysteries and stuff. I say unexpected, despite the fact that everyone out there is way ahead of me as far as gameplay goes, but anyone that has not seen this far yet, it might be kind of cool to check out. And stay tuned to the outro of the video for some links to some other videos that I have done, plus a link to subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon content, such as Pokémon Moon, retro Pokemon playthroughs on the weekend, we have Pokemon TCG videos on a weekly basis, and on Mondays, Pokemon news update video thingies as well. But with all that, we are now done with Moon for today. I want to say once again, thanks for checking out today's episode. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.